Hello, everybody. This is Scott Smith, Agent Mastermind. So excited to have you guys here. Honored to be a part of your lives. And I'm here with you live with Amy. And Amy has been on the class with us before. She's an awesome person. Thanks for being here again. And she's going to share with us one of the hottest topics I think should be a part of your arsenal. It's just amazing how powerful this is, how fast it puts you on a different level from your competition. And the crazier part, Amy, is how few people actually use the strategy, and for whatever reason. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to dive into that. So, Amy, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself again for those watching us for the first time, and let's get started.
Absolutely. My name is Amy Broghamer, and I am a realtor for 12 years now in Cincinnati, Ohio. I have a very small team. I'm the lead listing agent for my team, and I've got an amazing buyer specialist, and we've got a great director of operations that keeps us all on track. And the last, I would say, 3 or 4 years, I started really embracing video in my business, and I found so many amazing benefits to the video, not to mention efficiencies with video that I'm really excited to share with you guys. One thing I know about realtors, as I know about myself, is everybody likes the new shiny object, right? Scott, I know you've been really kind of engaged by video and your drones lately and that kind of thing. And, you know, agents have to be very mindful of why they're choosing to implement certain, video or certain automations or certain bells and whistles into their business. Anything new or, adopting technology. And so I think that it's really important for people to understand or have some criteria around adopting technology in their business and to make sure that it's a fit for what they're looking for. So I have a couple of rules that I go by. I'm encouraging you guys to really consider using video in your business. It's a complete game changer on so many levels, and I'm really excited to share that with you guys today.
Awesome. So what I was told is you're going to share 3 reasons to use video, 3 tools or resources, and then 3 quick video tips, and then 3 easy first videos to make, which, you know what, that's awesome. And you know what, you bring up a good point about the drone. That was cool. That was way cool. So for you as an agent not to have a drone and do open house flyovers, Facebook Live, I mean, oh my God, I got so excited thinking about the ideas. So which one do you want to start with? Reasons to use video, or what do you think would be the best? Or hey, how about this? I got a question for you.
Yeah.
A lot of people say, what are ways to set myself apart from the competition? What do you, like, obviously we're talking about video. Would you say this was the #1 way or a good way to do that to set yourself apart from the competition?
I believe that video is the easiest, cheapest, fastest way to set yourself apart from the competition. And I'd love to share a little bit of a story that I have about it. So I have a very popular 5-video email series that I send out to my listing opportunities when somebody reaches out to me and says, hey, I think I might want to sell my house. And my 5-step introduction package, if you will, is a process that I put together after understanding what sellers wanted to know and what my unique offerings were to them. And so what I do is I put the listing lead on a 5-email video drip campaign for 5 days, right when I get the listing lead. So I did this a little while ago with a particular client. And a few days later, I arrived at their house to do my listing presentation, or pricing and strategy meeting, as I call it. And I'd never met these people before. I walked up to the front door, knocked on the door. Of course, I'm on time, if not a little bit early. They opened the door, never met these people, in a $800,000 house, which is very luxury in my community.
Beautiful. Absolutely.
And they opened the door and give me a hug.
What?
Never met these people before. Never met them.
All right.
And so I'm a hugger, so, I'll give somebody a hug. And I said, well, this is so nice, such a warm greeting. Thank you so much. And they said, well, Amy, we feel like we know you. We've been watching your videos for like 3 or 4 days now. And the impact of that was amazing. And how do you think the conversation went when I'm telling them how they need to price their house and what they need to do to get the house ready. And the fact that I know that I was competing with other agents on that listing opportunity, you know, how do you think that turned out for me when I'm getting a hug at the front door?
So you just took the email to a whole nother level. It's still an email, but it's a video email is what you're saying. So you have a 5-email video email campaign that goes out before you even get there.
Yes.
Beautiful.
I mean,
beautiful. So brilliant.
If you think about it, Scott, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
When you get a lead, when you get an opportunity for a client, say it's a loan client or, you know, selling a house, or even if you're doing coaching, a coaching client, when you get a lead, what is your number one priority once you get that lead?
To build a relationship, obviously build the relationship first, get the deal, and then build a relationship so that you keep them and get referrals from them in the future is what I would say.
And what's the speed or the urgency in that for you?
Oh, it's like you better do it first and foremost. First impressions are everything, or you might lose it to the competition 3 minutes later after you leave.
Exactly. So basically, if you get a lead opportunity, what the general vibe is you want to get in front of them as soon as possible and make a connection so that they feel loyal to you, right?
Absolutely.
So that they stop looking elsewhere. I can tell you that when I do this with video, we are creating a trust level and a connection in 3 to 7 seconds. And a lot of times they'll say that they didn't interview anyone else because they saw that I was able to put sentences together in a very confident and competent manner, and they just felt a connection with the authenticity that I was sharing with them, and they were able to relate. And, you know, the video doesn't have to be perfect. There are going to be some mistakes in it. It's just you. It's normal. People want to choose agents that are like them or they feel like they can connect with, and also that know what they're doing. So I think that just the process of getting your face in front of someone and starting that connection is massive. And it makes all the difference in the world. If you want a head start in a race, you know, my kids are little and we're teaching them how to race each other. And every once in a while, one of them will start before the other. Everybody in life wants a head start, right?
Yeah, great way to put it.
Or an advantage.
Great way to put it.
This is your advantage. Literally, no one else is using it.
No one else is using this. You know, and we've been talking about this for 5 years, and it's crazy how like people for some reason have a fear of video. But Doug Range is on here like, I love Amy already too. So that's so cool. Very good compliment. Karen has a great question. Is it Karen?
Okay.
Or Ralph? Okay, so Ralph has a question. How long are these videos in this 5-series email videos that go out? Great question.
What it is it's just usually under 2 minutes. So the way that I look at adding the video to the email is the email provides some information, some tactics and tools. Maybe it's got a link to my process or something like that. The video is kind of like, imagine yourself sending someone an email and I say, hey, Scott, I got your request to sell your house. I'm going to send you an email. Here's what I want you to know. The email is going to have our process. So you're going to understand what's involved with selling your house. And I just wanted to introduce myself and put a name with a face. You're going to be getting 4 more videos over the next couple of days. I want you to look out for them. Make sure you watch them because you're going to learn a lot of information. Thanks again. And that's about what you would say to somebody if you were calling them saying, I'm going to send you an email. I need you to read it. So, you know, the videos are 2 minutes or less because that's really the right amount of engagement. Yep. And they do not repeat the things that are mentioned in the body. So it's really just like that personal touch on top of it. And I do other videos, of course, marketing updates, price changes. I've got some examples to show you guys, all kinds of things. But all in all, just keeping a video to 2 minutes or less and bullet pointing your thoughts and your plan of action is the best thing you can do.
Beautiful.
Am I sharing my screen with the
video, Scott?
Okay,
yep.
great. I just want to make sure.
Yep, you bet. All right. So have you, here's a question I got. Have you ever had a seller complain about their previous agent's lack of communication, or worse, do you or your business need to provide better communication to your clients? So that's have you ever had a client come back, man, I just don't communicate with me. They didn't communicate, all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's the most common objection that people get when they don't end up selling the first time, is that the communication was not there with their agent. And in fact, that's my reason number 3 to use video in your business. If you think about it, even if I record a video right now and I say something along the lines of, "Hi, thanks so much for reaching out about selling your home. I can't wait to get started working with you. I will be in touch very soon with a phone call. Have a great day." Just that right there, you would never know, Scott, if I sent that directly to you, that I didn't record that for Scott.
No,
right?
No question.
It's very personal. It's very authentic, and it can be automated. That can be automated.
Yeah,
so,
right.
The best part about it is that you can create an automated communication campaign. So I have a campaign that I put my clients on because I focus on listings. I have a campaign that starts from the time that they hire me to sell their house, so they sign the listing contract, until the time that we put it on the MLS. So we do things like pre-inspection, staging. I tell them how showings are going to work. I tell them how to prepare the house for showings. I tell them what stays in the house and what doesn't stay in the house. These are all things that would be awesome to share with people sitting at their dining room table, but would take me probably 3 hours face-to-face, and nobody wants you in their house for 3 hours.
Right.
And it's also things that I found I would wake up in the middle of the night and say, "Oh my gosh, did I tell them that the curtain rods need to stay?" So I figured out a way to automate this process, all the things that they need to know while they're selling, put together quick videos, and put them on a campaign, send it out. They're getting more communication from me that I only did one time and is automated, but they don't realize it, than they will ever get from any other agent. And I create it one time, and this certain drip that I'm telling you about, the process of explaining to a client how showings will work alone could be at least a 30-minute phone call. And that's after playing phone tag and getting somebody on the phone. This use of video saves you so much time because you're able to explain the process one time on video, and it can go to both of the people involved in the sale at the same time. They can watch it when they have time to watch it and only respond if they have questions. So
Brilliant.
If I take 25 listings a year and that conversation takes 30 minutes, you do the math. How many is 30 minutes times 25? That's how many hours I've saved myself that year alone.
Insane.
Or I'm now not needing to hire someone to communicate with my clients on these matters because I've already got a system in place. So I don't have to do that. So I'm making myself either more time to do other things, or I can free up time to get more listings or opportunities and make money. So communication, that's what video is about. Yeah. And I can show you that I believe one of the stats is 79% of consumers said they would watch a video than read text on a page.
All day. Pictures or, all day. I can't, because I can't see very well, so if I grab something I have to read, or I can watch the video and listen to it. I mean, so, I can see, but, I have, if I want to read the fine print, if you give me an email with small print, I'm probably not going to read it, right? But if there's a 1-minute video, I'll click play and see what you start with, and especially if I'm a seller thinking about selling my home and I know you're coming over tomorrow, I would much rather hear you, see you, are you presentable? Oh, my God, she uses video. Holy crap, what else does she do that I don't know about in the marketing realm of thing if she's doing this, right?
Yep. And, one of my favorite Amy's is a woman named Amy Cuddy. And Amy Cuddy is a Harvard psychologist that assesses things like body language and first impressions. And Amy says that in the first 7 seconds of meeting someone, which would apply to video, They size you up on two main things. The very first and most important thing is, do they trust you? And number two is, are you warm or competent? And I think that this is a quote from Amy that says, trust is the conduit for influence. It's the medium through which ideas travel. So, to me, I won't take a listing opportunity with anyone unless I feel like there's a mutual trust involved. And I have fired clients before when I felt like we weren't on the same page with that. And so what I know about using video is it establishes trust so much faster.
Absolutely.
Getting a hug at the front door, that's just because of video. If I didn't send that video, I would have probably had to go through that whole entire pricing and strategy meeting before they trusted me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's something about, I don't know what, think about, why do we love the movies? Why do we love movie stars? Well, it puts you on a level that is second to none. I mean, we pay big money to go see people in the movie theaters. So when you send these videos, oh, man, they're famous. It kind of literally resonates with that. You know what I mean? I mean, it sounds crazy, but it's true.
Right. There's a psychological authority to you if you're using video. And really all it is, anybody can do it. I mean, just turn a smartphone on yourself and start talking. And so many people will assume that you're an authority. That's it. That's all you have to do. I mean, maybe I should try to sell, something I know nothing about and see if I can get away with it just by using video to establish.
You know what's funny? You guys, so here's a quick story. And it's funny you bring that up. So Perry Belcher, if you don't know him, he's an amazing internet sensation, huge star, makes tons of money on the internet. Well, he went to a pottery place that had a bunch of pots with his wife, because his wife wanted some pots to use for her house and plant stuff. And he literally handed his wife the phone and said, "Hey, record me." And he did this video about these pots and where they're from and all over the place. And we got big pots, small pots, literally a 2.5-minute video, and put a number down below to the place. And literally the phone was ringing off the hook. And he knew nothing about pots. So it's funny that you bring that up, that video is that powerful, because nobody had ever done a video at that pottery store that had millions of pots. So it's just crazy how powerful this is when it comes to video. Here's the big question. Nobody's asked yet, and I'm dying to know, what resources do you use to record your video and then automate this so that they just go out when you want them to go out to your clients? And then one other question before I forget, do you have a series of videos for your buyers?
We do have an 18-point drip campaign for our buyers that both myself and my buyer's agent film videos for, so that our buyers can be familiar with us. I'm a control freak and the leader of the team and the listing specialist. So there's a lot of times where I don't meet our buyers, and that kills me from a personal relationship level. And so I would just want to integrate myself in that process a little bit. And I know a lot of other team leaders are a lot like me in that aspect. So yeah, I mean, we have drip campaign for everything possible so that we can automate our business, spend less money on, salaries, people, have more time for our families, and really just leave a better work-life balance. And, a side note, I want to share with you guys my rules for adopting technology, because we've got into this a little bit. We've been talking about how great video is, but I want to share with you my rules for adopting technology, because I think we've talked about all of these by now. So these shiny objects that distract all these agents. Well, video is one of the best shiny objects out there right now. And my rules for adopting technology are: adopt the technology when it creates a better experience for your client. Did we just talk about how we can create a better communication experience with our clients?
Absolutely. Absolutely, we did.
So that's number one.
Yeah. Okay.
When it creates better efficiency for you. So didn't we talk about the one video on the showing, how showings work? If I spent 30 minutes for 25 showings, that would have been, 12 hours of my time that year talking about that, or more than a day. So that created better efficiency for me that I could go do something else with that 12 hours. And when it creates a better work-life balance.
Love that part. The best.
So many agents just don't have a work-life balance, and it's sad and frustrating. And, you know, take a little time to implement some of these systems and save time by converting leads faster, by building that trust faster, and you won't have to constantly be calling and following up and all of this. It will just work for you, which is the best part.
So it's amazing. So I just want to recap a little bit. So if it was me, what I'm hearing you say is, if I have a drip campaign of any kind and it's not video, convert it to video. Of all of it.
Absolutely. And if you don't have a drip campaign, here's what you do. I just am working with my lender on creating a drip campaign, and I basically said, take a piece of paper, put it next to your desk, and type and write Amy's notes on here. And anytime you answer a question more than once to someone, write it down, and that is a topic for a video email. And then put them in an order that makes sense, and you will not have to repeat yourself. It will all just automatically go there. And then when they receive this information, they'll wonder how in the heck you knew that this is stuff they would want to know. But it's amazing because you thought of it before they asked. And again, it goes back to amazing communication and a better experience for your client. Got it.
Okay.
So you were wanting to know maybe the tools that we're using to do this?
Yes.
Where is
like first off, do you record these videos with your phone, or is
Great question.
Camera or whatever?
What I'd like to do is identify for you guys. I have a video tip series through a product called Storyteller, which is launching this summer. And I've been putting out what I call story tips. And I have an episode where I show you my office, how I have it set up to do video and what it looks like in my office, and all the tools that I use to get it set up. So basically, you can watch that. You can follow me on YouTube. The website or the name of the company is right here, Storyteller. So you can find us on YouTube or follow us on Facebook and get the story tips as they're released. The easiest way to do video is to use your darn smartphone. Everybody has one. Super easy. There's no excuses. In fact, the cameras are better on smartphones than on almost anything. And there was a study done, and all these video experts were brought into a room, and they played 3 videos of the same video shot on different cameras. And they asked the video experts, which of these videos has the best quality? And they chose the video that was shot on the cell phone. And they were shocked.
No kidding.
Because
okay.
You could spend thousands of dollars on a camera,
but
nothing gets you better. Now, I'll tell you that most of the time, the built-in cameras in your laptop aren't as good, for sure. They're not.
Right.
And what I like to use is, I'm not sure how well you can see this, but this is a Logitech HD Pro webcam, and it's got a great microphone, and it's HD 1080 video. So that's what I'm on right now with you, and this is what I set up in my office in my little video booth, and I have the camera set up on a shelf right above me, and it shoots at me, and then my logo's in the background in my other office. So you can see, what that looks like in that story tip that I have up. Let's see, I don't know which episode it is. Episode 104, I think, story tip. And you can see the whole setup, but that's really, I would say use your phone. If you have a selfie stick or something like that, use that to take the video, or just set it up on a shelf, get yourself a little area to do it, or use a webcam And my best advice is to just look into the camera and talk like you're leaving a message for someone.
There you go. Okay.
That authentic. And then press send. So keep watching yourself. Don't worry about making mistakes. That's you. That's authentic. And that's the tool I would suggest using. You can, use the camera. I mean, I think you have to use your cell phone on Facebook Live. There are some tools that you can use your, webcam, and it's just super easy. The camera that I showed you, I think, is $60.
That's
and
I'm using the same, by the way. So
yeah,
it's a Logitech. It's a 1080p. I can't remember the name of it. Logitech. I don't know. I can't remember the model number. But Pro webcam. There you go. Okay.
Yep. So here's what I'm going to do, Scott. I have this link on the page. It's storyteller.com/AM. I've got some bonus material to share with you. And if 100 people follow up and log in and put their email in, I will give away this webcam to anyone that registers with us. But we have to have 100 people.
So you're going to pick one, though, not 100. Okay, all right.
Pick one of the people.
All right.
And we'll mail this out to you, and you can start using video in your business with the best webcam on the market for at least 5 years now.
And Amy, I will match you. So we'll pick 2 people, and I'll give somebody a camera, and you can give somebody a camera. How about that?
Sounds great.
Right. Cool. All right. So go to storyteller.com. I will go there for sure because maybe I'll win your camera. No, I'm just joking. All right. So you record it on your phone. Walk us through what it looks like. You record it on your phone. What next? So I know you send it, but how do you take those videos from your phone and then get them into a series that can be sent out automatically? Talk to us about that.
Scott, there's 35 different ways to do that.
Okay.
What I like to do, because I have a Google Pixel, the benefit of this, if you've seen Realtor magazine recently, it's one of the best tech tools for real estate agents. It's got the best camera, and it's got unlimited storage. So my Google phone will take a video, and I can put it right in my Google Drive and save it right in there. So it's not saving it on my phone, it's saving it to the cloud. And from there, I can get a link and share that with someone.
Perfect.
Or I can upload that somewhere else. So I have that on my computer versus on my phone, which is really important, especially since I have 2 kids that clog up all my video and photos.
Right.
It's really nice to have that backup.
Awesome.
There are services that you can use to record video. MailChimp has a video component. You can use Facebook. You can do video on Facebook Messenger. You can go on Facebook Live and download your videos. You can record into YouTube if you choose. In there, there's products like BombBomb that have applications for this. And then, of course, I'm working on a very awesome made by Realtors for Realtors product called Storyteller that will launch this summer.
Yay. Can't wait to have you back on and announce that. That'll be exciting.
Yeah.
So, great question here by James. James, thanks for being here. Does she send video through text, email, or both? Great question.
I like to call some of my videos endlessly shareable. So if I do like a market update about the state of the market, I can take that video, I can send it out as an email to all my clients on my email system. I can take the link for that video and text it to someone. I can take the link for that video and post it on my personal page on Facebook, on my business page on Facebook. There's unlimited ways to use video. You can archive it in your YouTube to create a following on YouTube. You can use it as training videos or start popping them into your drip campaign. There's a million ways to use it, and one of the best reasons why I like to use it is because it saves me so much time versus typing stuff out.
I know.
And then I have to like go back and say, oh, good afternoon, and add all the niceties and then make sure that my spelling is correct and I don't sound like, rude or something. It's just so much easier to send a video, and it's so fast.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Cool. All right. So there's some techniques. There's so many different tools. Is there any tools that we missed or resources that we missed that you want to cover before we go into the video tips or easy first video to make with examples? Or you know what? Somebody asked for an example too. So somebody wanted an example of one of your videos, if you don't mind.
Sure can. Okay. Let me show you an example of a birthday video. Let me see if this plays, because sometimes it will not play.
Nice. And we can't hear it, so maybe Amy, if you could take a couple of these. I mean, it looks great, so great quality. And one thing I know you taught me this is don't sacrifice the sound. Make sure there's no background noise. Make sure that it's like you can have a crappy picture, which phones do not take crappy pictures or videos, but do not sacrifice the sound. Always have good sound. So if you're close enough, obviously it's perfect. If not, I think you told me this about one of those. Some sort of mic that goes with iPhones. I don't even know what you told me it was, but you probably have one.
Yeah, there's a lapel mic that you can buy.
There you go.
Movo, really great, especially if you are going to be taking video on site, like at a listing or outside. It really helps with the noise. And Scott, I'm really sorry, but the GoToWebinar doesn't allow the sound to feed through the system.
Yeah,
that's a limitation on the GoTo, but all of the videos that I have as examples are all shared on the YouTube page, Storyteller. There's 10 Storyteller tips where I share how and why I created the video, and then I will turn my camera to my computer and play the video on my computer so that you can see what the actual video looks like. Because I know people want to see the example.
Awesome. Love it. All right. Any other resources or tricks that you're using that you want to share today?
I think, lighting is important, but again, all you have to do is make sure that when you're shooting a video, even if you're using something like your cell phone, that if you have lighting coming from some direction, that it's coming into your face and it's not behind you. And just practice makes perfect, I mean, think about the first time that you learned how to ride a bike and how many times it took you until you could ride it without thinking. And I can tell you that in the very beginning, I wasn't the best at video. And I'm sure that my ums and uhs are still coming through. But the more you practice, the more comfortable you get with it and the more authentic it feels and looks. But I do have, as a bonus item, 13 basic story tips for shooting video. And it talks about things like always talk with a smile, prepare the script in advance. It says do not read the script or use a teleprompter. Bullet point things, have the room well lit, wear solid colors, those types of things. Just some real easy tips to make sure that your videos are clear and crisp and easily understood and seen.
Awesome. Tons to see. Great. And so how do we get those tips? How do we get those? Somebody's asking how to get all that stuff.
Again, just go to storyteller.com/AM and put in your email, and you will get an email with these 13 tips. I also have 75 ways to use video in your business. This page is 36 tips in general, and then up to 75 total real estate ways to use it. And so you can get that on storyteller.com/AM. I'll email that right out to you. And then there's a link to our Facebook page that you'll get there too, so you can follow along and continue to get the tips and uses and tools that we're finding are working really well with agents and in our business. So put your name.
So go to Storyteller, and if you're not, if I think some people are listening to this, so if you're listening to this, it's Story, TELLR.com/AM. So www.story, tellr.com/AM. So, and then James wondered if you could rehash the on your phone to Google, which I think is a great point. So you're not downloading it to your phone; you're going directly to Google or YouTube instead of to your phone. Correct?
Correct. So I record the video on my phone, and then I can share it to my Google Drive, which is connected to my phone, and I can choose which folder to put it in my Google Drive, so then it'll live there. But also, if you have, like I have all my photos and everything from my phone backed up in Google, so even if I choose not to share that right away, it's still going to be in my Google account when I log on my computer. All that stuff will be there that I've taken that day or that week or whatever. I'll always have that backup in case something happens to my phone. I'll never lose anything on my phone because of the way that I have it connected to my Google products.
Got it. All right. storytellr.com/AM. Okay. So
yeah, there's no E in color.
Okay. I'm gonna post the link. I'm gonna post the link down here just because I just went there and it worked good. So let me just do that.
Yeah.
1 second. There we go. All right. The link is down in the chat button on the right-hand side of your little dashboard there. So I just posted that down there. Let's see what other questions we have. Yeah. So how to use? Somebody saying, can I get instruction on how to use Google Drive for YouTube? I would just download the app, and then correct me if I'm wrong, Amy, but how do you, and I'll let you answer this, how do you use Google Drive on your phone, and Android or iPhone? I don't think it matters. You download the app, right? And then it automatically asks you what you want to save to it?
Okay, so this is outside of the scope of the video, call today, and I'm not a tech person, but I have a Google phone. So my Google phone is completely integrated with everything Google that I have. So all I did when I got the phone is I put in my Google password, and everything was connected.
Done deal for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's easy stuff. I'm sure that there's a way that you can download an app and connect everything. And I mean, I'm not an Apple user. There may even be a solution for storing video in the Apple realm as well. The bottom line is to get it off the phone and onto a computer, so that you can then upload that wherever you choose, and you can upload straight to YouTube if you choose as well.
Absolutely, and I do have an iPhone, and if you download the YouTube app, when you do the video to your phone, all you do is click on the YouTube app. It'll ask you to upload. You pick that video from your phone. It uploads it right into YouTube for you. So it works really nice. Do it all the time. It's great, easy. So
perfect.
All right. What else you got there, my friend?
One of the things that I wanted to mention, and one of the best uses of video that I found with my clients is, from a psychological standpoint, and I'm a psychology major and a communications major, so this is kind of fun for me. But from a psychological standpoint, think about, Scott, a time when you got some bad news or some news that you didn't want to hear. Maybe it was that, somebody quit on your team, or you lost a client opportunity or something like that, or somebody said, hey, Scott, you know what, we're going to have to change your compensation plan, and this is how it's going to look. Put yourself in that position of you're getting some bad news, and how you feel about getting that bad news. When we as realtors are going to start the process of asking for a price reduction or adjustment, that's considered bad news. Even though we do our best to future pace our clients and to tell them, this might be a little high and we're probably going to have to take a look at this again soon, it's better to give people time with news like that they need to digest and emotionally get through. And I've got a really great 100% track record on getting price adjustments via video. And here's why, because I'm able to passionately argue my points and my reasons why I need them to make an adjustment. They can hear it in my voice, they can see and feel my concern, and I can present to them the reasons why on video. Then both people involved, just assuming that there are two parties making a decision on a sale, can receive the same message, and they can watch it when the time is right for them to receive the message, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it's everything. Like, you know, if I were to call you up on the phone, Scott, give you some bad news and ask you to make a decision immediately during that call, you're still reeling from the news. And like,
irrational.
What does this mean to me? Oh my God, you know?
Yep.
So, you know, I've typed out my price reduction request, and they're like this long on an email, and I even wonder if anybody reads them. So it's just easier to send it via video. Both parties can see it. Then I say, take some time to discuss it, and here's what I want you to do. I want to go on the MLS tomorrow with an adjustment at $250,000. Just reply that you're good with the $250,000 tomorrow. And so you can do a very simple call to action at the end, and all they have to do is reply and say, yes, I'm good with the $250,000 tomorrow. Every time I've been able to get that. Sometimes it takes an extra day because they're still processing through things. And to be fair, I future pace them and prepare them that this may be happening, and at least they know it's coming. And do it, of course, in the nicest way. But, you know, getting and giving this kind of information is so great on video because they're not reading it in text. They're hearing your voice, they're hearing your concern, they're hearing your urgency, and they're able to rewatch it multiple times, discuss it, and make a decision in their own time that they feel really confident about. And, you know, this can apply to so many different aspects of real estate, especially with buyers and making, you know, offers and things like that, or counter offers. So the opportunities are endless with how you can use video to just make your business easier, more communicative, and more authentic and relatable to people.
Love it. Love it. I 100% agree. So what I've heard, the biggest thing I've got out of this whole thing, and it just makes so much sense, Amy, is if you're trying to do something without communicating with them, change it to video. Like, it comes across better. Because like I know I've done this. When I get an email from somebody, I'm like, well, what's wrong with them? And there's really nothing wrong with them. It's just they were in the middle of 3 different things, and they typed up the email real quick. It was short, and like maybe had a couple extra caps in there, and I'm like, whoa. Instead, if you send the video, you can have excitement, you can have passion, you can just kind of build that relationship with video. So that's one of the things I took from this call today. And then, so if you're sending emails, don't send emails, send videos is what I took. And then think about, and the other thing I think is brilliant, grab that piece of paper, and every time you answer a question twice, do a video and get to them before they ask the question. They're like, oh my God, was she in our bedroom last night? Does she have you know what I mean? Like, that's what, you know, because that's what they talk about stuff, right? So yeah, great recommendation there.
Another great resource I wanted to share really quick, as you're saying, was she in our bedroom last night? This is the National Association of Realtors 2016 Profile of Home Sellers and Buyers. I have used this report for 12 years to make sure that I understand what the needs are of sellers and buyers and how they're finding properties and how they're finding their agents and what they're looking for in an agent and what's important to them. And this is so much great ideas for videos. And the number one thing that people want in their agent when they choose them either to buy or sell is that they're trustworthy. The number one thing. And I can't think of a better way to show trust than to use video to create that relationship and really kind of get the business in that way. And I'm sure you all know Zig Ziglar, who says, if people like you, they'll listen to you. If they trust you, they'll do business with you. And that was a huge aha moment for me, is to, you know, be able to establish that trust faster than anyone else.
Absolutely.
To where they won't even call anyone else.
Crazy.
Good stuff.
Love that. That's a great quote. So, great stuff, Amy. I appreciate you being on here. And so, guys, who's gonna comment below on the right-hand side on the comment box. Who is gonna have a video done by the end of this week and posted to the Agent Mastermind group that they've proven? Like, who's gonna do it? Who's gonna do it right now?
Then hashtag it.
Who's gonna commit?
Storyteller.
Me. All right. Okay, and you guys know that I keep track of these notes, so I know, Paige, I'm coming to you, and I'm going to watch for your video. Carrie, I can see that you posted here. Uh-oh. Oh, ooh, look what you did, Amy. Cindy, Donald, Paige, Brian, Donna, Melissa, Gloria, Ron. Okay, so Amy, I want these guys to have these tips. Go back to that website. I did post it down in the chat box. Please go there and get it. The first 100, we're going to pick 2 names out of the first 100 that get in it. To send you guys a webcam. And somebody asked, what do you do with the webcam? Just so you know, you can go live from your computer now. It is the button there. You can click on more. It's a live video. You can do live Facebook videos from your computer. One of the things that just popped in my head, Amy, was that book you have, or whatever that thing it was from 12 years ago, what listers and buyers count on or expect, or the situation. Yep. Why not create a video series one after another that goes on YouTube to create marketing equity to make you stand out above everybody else, and you title it whatever the question is, because guess what? That's the question they ask. So now they're Googling for hounds, and your videos keep coming up. You're like, who is this Amy? You're like, oh my God, she knows everything. Like, how did she know what we were thinking? Like, she just came up. So it's stuff like that that sets you apart and builds a brand for you that you can also use inside of the marketing, like a drip campaign that you just set up, which is just brilliant. So great job.
Scott, you know what?
Yeah.
It's coming from contribution and really looking to make this, business a better place. If you know Lee Brown, she has a hashtag more than houses. This is a way to make our profession so much more professional, and to really just share knowledge that's really important to consumers and elevate our authority. And the more that you can do that, the better. A lot of agents will say, oh, I don't want to share all this on public YouTube because other agents will see what I'm doing. Right. Yes, that's good.
You want them
so
to.
Many
yeah.
Need help. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Exactly. All right, down in the chat box, so where we want to see your videos, and there's a lot of people is there any more that want to jump in there? Like, I know there's people hitting their fingers on the return key after they type yes, but they didn't hit it yet. So down in the chat box, there's a link. It's facebook.com/groups/Agent Mastermind. Amy's a part of it. She can answer any of your questions there. She's awesome. That's where we want to see your videos, and we want you to send them to your clients. Send them to your past database. Send them to your new listings, new buyers, all this.
How about this, Scott?
Yeah.
You can go into Messenger and click on the camera, hold the camera down, and then the circle will start to fill. You can send a 15-second video in Messenger like that.
Like that, without anything, as long as you have a camera on the video.
If your video, awesome. If the video you want to send is longer than 15 seconds, you can either split it up, or did you know that you can go live to just one person if you want?
Okay.
And then that's
just open up a can of worms. I know, it's that's so exciting to me. You can go and you can literally only send the video to your past database, or one person's brilliant. Why would you not do that? Like, that's so brilliant. Yeah.
You can practice Facebook Live only to yourself also.
Yes, only me. I know, you can. Yep. You can. Good job. All right, cool. I love it. Love this stuff. Video is with no
post your videos. Hashtag I'm storyteller, and we'll make sure to send you something good.
Ooh. Okay, go back to that site. That website is. I know they have it, but I just want to show it. Yep. Guys, video is where it's at. It separates you by far from the competition. There is no competition in video. Trust me. The reason I'm on this call right now is because of video marketing I started 10 years ago. Seriously. I started doing video marketing. I had 0 watches. I had 0 views. The market crashed. I'm sure you guys all know in 6, 7, 8, and people started calling me because they were watching my videos. I had no idea. So this stuff is powerful. It sets you apart. I don't know what the term you use, but it makes you an instant celebrity in your market just by being an authority figure. Yes, authority figure. So Amy, you're awesome. I appreciate you, and can't wait to see what all you come out with on this storyteller thing. It's just so cool. So storyteller.com/AM. It's story. So STORYTELLR.com/AM. And we're going to be picking 2 names. We'll announce the names in the next couple of days of who wins. And Amy, thank you so much. You're awesome, my friend.